sometimes I get asked like, oh, what would success look like for you in like the next, 5 years or 20 years? And my answer is like, I want to see a bunch of charter cities that are like growing and successful and are like very different from each other. Like, because that's the experiment value, right? And I think we'll find, I mean, like with operating systems, there's some stuff where there's just like a best way to do it, right? And there's going to be some standards that evolve and get copied everywhere, which is great. And then there's going to be some stuff that's like kind of specific to the culture, right? That where like different societies are going to want to have different rules. They're going to have different like levels of risk and individual autonomy, and things like that. So yeah, I think very different is really important. I mean, I don't know. I mean, as like kind of like personal growth optimization people, like what happens if you can build, I don't know, like a city, like a lifestyle design city where like there's no seed oils and like all the street lights turn like orange at night, and like you could just make it so much easier.
That's wild.
Yeah,
all of Austin would be there.
Yeah, that's what I already have in my apartment here. But I was thinking about this too. Like, if I got a little seasteading city, what are the laws that I would put in place? And I thought about this for a bit. I would, first of all, free Wi-Fi, obviously, for everyone, right? Free gym membership, and you get tax credits for showing up to the gym.
That's a really good one.
Also, your rent is lower if you hit 8 hours of sleep for 30 days straight.
That's a tough one.
You have a wearable. It's full biohacking. You're legally required to have one absurd skill: juggling, mimicking accents,
That's
making
the goal right
balloon
there.
animals.
Like
what is a society like? What are some of yours that you thought of? Like, this would be funny. Like, if we're just like playing like a video game in our minds here. Like,
yeah.
what would be one of
Dude,
some
it's
of those?
Sims.
Yeah, it is. I know, that's why this stuff is so fun. I mean, I think like Apple City, like a corporate run, like heavily designed and integrated city where it's like this city is our product and we're going to make it fun and beautiful and engaging. I think it's a fun one. I think you could do some crazy like direct democracy stuff, like this like liquid democracy where like voting is much cheaper because we have the internet in a sense, or polling people. And so being able to like vote on lots of issues if you want to, or give your vote to a representative, or instead of it being like these representatives are geographically elected like every couple of years for an area, it's like no, I can proxy my vote to any representative. I can choose it on geography or politics or competency or whatever I want, and then that person gets to like wield all these votes, and ideally I can even choose like different people for different topics, people or like foundations or whatever. I think that would be fun. I definitely want to see like the maximum freedom, like Libertopia, and I like this another way to think of the lifestyle design cities is like celebrity city. It's like, what would like Oprah city look like, or like
because these celebrities, they have the problem that they can't go to a restaurant. So they all hang out in LA up in the Hollywood Hills so that they can have a bit of a normal experience. But even then, the tourist bus comes and look, there he is. He just taking his newspaper out. But yeah, like for example, somebody like PewDiePie, 100 million subscribers, he cannot walk down the street, so he moved to Japan where not many people know him, right? And so what would like a celebrity city look like?
Esports. I talked with some people about like an esports city, where it's just like if you're into like streaming or esports, like gaming. You get to see your favorite streamer at the cafe or whatever. It's got like an esports arena. There's like a couple esports arenas. There's like a big one in China, but there's not that many, and they're not that big. Like, I don't know. I feel like it could be fun.
No, but I think you're really onto something. Like, imagine
Twitch
if there
Town.
was literally exactly if there was literally a biohacking city, like as big as freaking California. Imagine that place would get run like everybody would go there literally within like the next couple of weeks, couple of months, because it's you're bringing
Go get
people
some
that have
upgrades.
Exactly. But a shared value, bringing people with shared values at this point. It's not ethnicity, it's not race, it's not
That's right.
religion. It's like you're coming in because you have shared values. It's like if you want a business corporate city, where just like learn all the skills to be an entrepreneur. Everybody there is an entrepreneur. They're all learning how to grow and innovate the rest of the world. Health.
Yeah, all the people who always
Singles.
say that we haven't really tried the communism thing. We should do that in America. We're just like, no, we can all go together to.
I'm very pro. I'm very pro communist charter cities. Please.
Yeah, exactly.
Do them. Honestly, I hope they work, but it's kind of like a win-win either way.
Yeah.
Right?
Go try it out. You said it's gonna work. Go show us. Like I'm in. If it's better, let's put it to the test.
I think maybe this is weird to say, but whatever, I'm weird is like I feel like there's a real mental health aspect to charter cities, right? Where in like a large democracy where you're going to make the same rules apply to everyone, of course there's going to be like bitter infighting among the people who want things to work a different way, and when it's voting, it's like you're arguing with them, you're trying to get them to change what they think is right and wrong, replace it with your version of right and wrong. Like it just brings forth like horrible personal dynamics. But this whole idea of like exit and build, it's like, hey, we're all sharing this beautiful planet together, and like you and your people can do what you want on your part of this beautiful planet, and we're going to do something different in ours. And it's like it's all consensual and opt-in, like you choose it. I think that'd be amazing. It's just so much more psychologically healthy to be like, yeah, you do your thing. Like I hope it works, right? If we're talking about like making the U.S. more communist where I live, then like no, I don't hope that works. Like fuck that. But like, if you're going to do your own thing in your own place with people who want to do it, wonderful. It's like it's like the difference between like a zero-sum game and a positive-sum game. And like we know just how like Naval says, play long-term games with long-term people. Like we know just how much better that is. And so psychologically, it's like instead of feeling like I'm this oppressed minority in this democracy, or most people don't agree with me, and they're like never going to see things my way, which is like awful, and like you feel like helpless. It's like, no, let's find a way to build. And sure, it may be freaking hard, but I feel like I've like found a potential way to like build our way out of this huge problem, which is the government's being super inefficient, not having much competitive pressure, and not having much innovation.
Yeah, that's right. There's not much different competitors out there, and even if there is, it's a pain to go from one place to the next and move, and then you have a bunch of other downsides.